We're still about 3 months away from Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 on Apple TV, but it looks like the Monsterverse is expanding even more as a prequel series has been announced. Okay, so this hasn't been officially announced or confirmed by Apple TV just yet, so you can kind of classify this as a rumor, but a number of sources are saying that they have greenlit a prequel series to Monarch Legacy of Monsters that will follow Wyatt Russell as Lee Shaw, and it will be set during the Cold War and grapple with tensions between the US and Russia in a world of monsters. The first question we have to ask ourselves is this actually true? Will Apple TV come out and confirm this show is actually happening? I believe that they will. I do think that this show is going to happen, whether it's next year or 2 years down the line. I think the Monsterverse is just so rich with stories, and Monarch Legacy of Monsters, at least the first season, was a pretty big success in my opinion from my point of view. So to do another prequel show that is set in a different time period, exploring another part of the world that deals with monsters only makes sense. But it makes sense even more when you center it around Lee Shaw, who they basically established as one of the most important characters in the entire Monsterverse. Now, we know that Lee Shaw's story isn't officially over in the present timeline. Kurt Russell is coming back to play the older version of the character in Legacy of Monsters Season 2, but I don't think we'll be seeing Wyatt Russell because the past timeline and the present timeline from Season 1 kind of collided at the very end. Whether we do see the younger version of Lee Shaw in Season 2, I think it is a brilliant idea to explore that character even more from the moment we left off with him in Legacy. Like I said earlier, Lee Shaw has been established as one of the most important characters in the entire Monsterverse. He has been there from the very beginning. The first encounters with monsters, the A-bomb test on Godzilla, the creation of Monarch, all the way up until 2017 when Season 2 takes place. But there is a big chunk of time that we still don't know what the character had been doing when he did leave everything that we had been seeing in Legacy of Monsters Season 1 behind. But we know that when you encounter monsters and you're involved in Monarch or things he had been doing in the military, that's not just stuff that you leave behind. So exploring that in another TV show sounds really exciting. I am obviously all for seeing many more Godzilla and King Kong stories on the big screen like we have seen over the last decade or so, but I am loving these TV shows and how they are expanding this world like we would never have seen inside those films.